This is a signal, not just a movie. This didn't find you, you found it. It was known as coincidence by Carl Jung. As you may know, there are many examples of very strange parallel events that can be seen when you study the mind. One example is when I'm thinking about a certain subject, and at the same time something else happens that shows that thought. This is called coincidence. It's a time when everything in life makes sense, not just logically. This video showed up today because you're ready for it. This moment is important, synchronicity exists, and you can finally understand the signs that are trying to tell you something. Let's start with the secret pattern in your life. The top is where most people live. They think that things happen by chance or by coincidence. Jung thought the opposite, though. He said there's a deep structure below reality where the unconscious and the world talk to each other through signs. It's not chance when something important breaks through that top. It's synchronicity. In synchronicity, an acausal connecting principle, Carl Jung said that causality is how we understand the link between two events that happen one after the other. Synchronicity is when psychic and psychophysical events happen at the same time and have the same meaning. Scientists haven't been able to boil this down to a single concept yet. This phrase doesn't explain anything. It just says that meaningful coincidences happen. These are random events that happen so rarely that we have to believe they are based on some kind of rule or property of the real world. Synchronicity is no more confusing or mysterious than the breaks in physics, he wrote another time. The strong belief in the independent power of cause and effect is what makes it hard to think clearly and makes it seem impossible that events without a reason could ever happen. Carl Jung thought that synchronicities were a message from life that we should pay attention. But there's a catch. Synchronicity doesn't talk in words. It whispers through patterns, numbers, dreams, repetitions, and perfect timing. It does this by way of the strange, the surprising, and the familiar that feels charged. You're not crazy or making it up. You're being called to something. Here, Jung talks about a time when things in his own life seemed to work together. I noticed the following on April 1st, 1949. It's Friday now. For lunch, we have fish. Someone brought up the tradition of turning someone into an April fish. I wrote down that morning that there was writing that said est homo totus medius peace abimo. An old patient of mine, whom I hadn't seen in months, showed me some really cool paintings of fish she had done in the meantime in the afternoon. In the evening, I saw a piece of needlework with sea monsters that looked like fish. Someone else I hadn't seen in a long time told me about a dream they had on April 2nd. He was standing on the edge of a lake, and a big fish swam straight towards him and landed at his feet. At this point, I was looking into the background of the fish metaphor. There was only one person who knew anything about it. This brings us to something you need to know before you read about the synchronicities in your life. Is your inner problem trying to tell you something? Being honest, you may feel stuck, uncertain, or heavier than normal in some part of your life right now. It's not just a problem to solve when we're going through hard times and feel lost, unsure, stuck, or in pain. It's a sign that something deep inside us is changing. There's something hidden that wants to be seen. We need to grow, but we don't know how yet. Now, this is not a quiet time for your mind. It talks, but not like a person. It talks through signs, thoughts, dreams, and sometimes the real world. Jung called this synchronicity. It's when something in your outside life, a chance event, a moment, or a meeting, matches something inside you. It's not just luck. It has meaning, but it doesn't make sense. You're thinking about something important, like whether to quit your job or in a relationship, when all of a sudden you see a sign with a message that seems to be speaking directly to you. If you're sad about something, a bird might land nearby and just stare at you. Or a stranger says something that hits you right in the heart. Even though these things are small, they make you feel something and stick with you. Your sign is that charge, that sense that this moment is important. That's synchronicity, when your mind and the outside world are in sync. Why does it take place? Because what's inside you wants to be seen. The unconscious tries to get through when you're having an inner problem and your normal way of life doesn't work anymore. It tries to wake you up. It feels like your soul is calling out to you. Will you listen? Are you going to look more? Are you going to change? And the world starts to echo that back, not always clearly or nicely, but in an important way. So it's not just a chance when strange things happen, like events that make you feel something or make you think. They are signs, reflections, and mirrors. Your soul is not asleep. It wants to talk. What has been coming up for you lately? Is there something strange? Anything that happens over and over? Because the truth is that most people only change when they are hurt. But coincidence offers a gentler way. Not a push, but a hint, a whisper that says this way. But why now? How did this news get to you today? Because you're more open today than yesterday. Maybe not fully, but enough for the message to get through. It's all about timing. Synchronicity happens when your outside world and inner world are perfectly in sync, which happens when you're ready to grow or change. This movie isn't about Jung, it's about you. It found you today, which tells me that something is going on inside you. Now the question is, what are you going to do now? Jung says that knowing how to read signs is a good place to start. When you know how to find it, synchronicity is quiet but clear. It's when something seems too good to be true, like when you think of someone and they call you, or when a book falls off the shelf and answers the question you've been putting off. It often makes people feel something, like a spark, a chill, or a stop. You have to slow down before you can read fate. It can't be rushed. Not a shout, but a whisper. Start with how you feel. When something strange happens, like a coincidence, a meeting, or a sign, ask yourself, did it make me feel something? Did it seem like more than just luck? Your first hint is how you feel. Synchronicity makes you feel things. It makes you feel something, even if you can't say what. Then ask yourself, what was going on in me at that time? What were you thinking, feeling, or having trouble with before the event? Synchronicity often gives you the answer to a question your conscious mind hasn't fully formed yet, or puts light on an emotion you've been ignoring. Look at the sign. What did you see? It could have been a person, an animal, a word, or a song. Everything and everyone has a symbolic value. You don't have to know what it means right away. Just ask yourself, what does this make me think of? What thought or feeling does it bring up? Say you see a butterfly after a painful talk. You might feel both sadness and beauty at the same time. The butterfly represents change, not because someone told you so, but because that's how your soul felt at that time. That's the meaning. Next, think about whether this fits into a trend. Many times, synchronicities happen again in different ways. 3 different people say the same thing to you. It's the same number over and over. Your unconscious is saying more clearly when something happens over and over again. It is now pushing. So listen with your heart, not your head. Which part of you does this event speak to? Does it mean you haven't dealt with loss yet? Want something you buried? A choice you're afraid to make? Like a plan, synchronicities won't tell you what to do. It makes you think, feel, and give you signs. It makes you know more. You have to keep talking to it. Ask yourself, what does this moment want me to become? Not what you should do right now, but what you should become. It's not like solving a puzzle when you read coincidence. It means letting yourself be moved, touched, and changed. What makes you wonder is something that you should look into. Synchronicity isn't just a message. It's also a mirror. And what you see in it is generally what you're ready to become or face. Now we get to the important part. Alignment is a call to power, ideation, or the path of becoming who you really are beneath all the masks, was what Jung thought synchronicity was a part of. A lot of people miss the signs. They don't care about them and go back to autopilot. You didn't though. Since you're here, it means that you're no longer asleep. When things happen at the same time, it's not just the world winking at you. It's telling you to change course, heal something old, and become the best version of yourself. It makes things move when you listen to it. Patterns get broken, doors open, and things click. But only if you do something. This is a big time. Today is the right day to watch this because things are coming together for you inside and out. Pick up the phone. Say yes to the next part. This didn't just happen to find you, and you're right on time. You can keep going on your journey by watching these movies. Please don't forget that we will all remember our timeless knowledge.